Hey girl. So first of all, my creaky chair. Thank you for being willing to do this with me. It is always easier to design a reading and start working with a new deck in a reading if I actually am reading something. And right now, I really needed this. Ooh, I'm gonna not kick that again while we do this. So, we are going to get right into it, Ma. I don't know how much of this is going to be a surprise for you. I feel like most of what I'm going to share with you, you know, and you're just going to be sitting there like, why is she in my head? And that's because that's what you signed up for. So anyway, girl, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And we're going to get right into it. So kind of the overall energy, the overall theme or push of what's going on is venture. And this is the message from your fairy godmother. And so venture is a really interesting card because a lot of times you would think it would mean to start a new business or something like that. But part of what this card talks about is, and in the book it's talking about it from the perspective of your fairy godmother. And part of what she's saying is, you've told me a long time, like, I want to be happy, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want this, I want that. But you've never shown me what that looks like. You've never taken the initiative to go out and start to make that happen. And that's going to be an interesting thing because that shows up here in your final message card. So in your first message and your final message, we got some initiative. So the other aspect of this card is yes. If you're going to find somebody to love, you gotta go where the people are. I know that people do like the online dating thing, and I don't know a lot about that, but what I'm hearing is, and I mean maybe there is a part of that in venturing into the online dating thing, but I think a bigger part of it is just venturing out into the world, as well as. So the other aspect of that is creating your vision of what you want, because your fairy godmother can't, that's part of this card is she's telling you, like, I can't give it to you until you tell me what you want. Like, I'll give you whatever you want, but you got to tell me what you want. So anyway, I need a drink of water after that. So the overall aspect or energy of love that you are integrating right now is evolution. And so what this card is about is really looking at all of the things that you've considered obstacles, all of the, basically whatever has happened to you that you still have not reconciled, that you still feel some kind of way about. It's time to really start to figure out, as this card says, what is the lesson there? Why did that happen? Why did you, as the manifestor and the creator of your reality, put that into your reality? Why did those things happen? What was the lesson you needed to learn? What was it that you needed to see? And so that is the aspect of love that we're looking at, that you're integrating, is recognizing that each one of these steps had to be taken for you to get to a point where you can have a healthy relationship and have the type of relationship that you want to have. So over here in the lesson of love that is coming up to be learned is treasure your loved ones. Now, of course, this is coming through as friends and family, and people that are, well, family is what came through first. That's a lot of times, and your friends. But I feel like there are some people that you have underappreciated. That you have. Okay, so I'm also going to say, I just had the weirdest message pop up. Eat some fiber, girl. Anyway, eat fiber. Okay, that's what the message said. Eat some fiber. Moving swiftly back to your love life. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love each other's deeply. So there may be someone, whether it be a friend, a family member, that you are, I'd say probably this is going to be a friend, someone that you're working on getting close to, or that you've had kind of a friendship that where it's like, you know, well, we're friends here, but we're not friends here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, we cool, but we're not all that. Where there may be places where there's more appreciation, where there is a need to recognize that there is a deeper love there. Now, this may be romantic. This may not be romantic. This may be something that, in recognizing that deeper love there, that there are things that you and this person in a platonic way will work through, that again are working to prepare you to be in that healthy romantic relationship. So looking at, let's see, we've kind of got this. I'm trying to see exactly where I want to go yet. So we are going to go here. Yeah. So the overall, so we have kind of I feel like this was the lesson or the theme in the physical plane, where we have the, you know, treasure your loved ones. So on the spiritual plane, or the higher evolutionary soul evolution message or lesson or theme that's happening here is potentials. And so this is really about looking at and recognizing all of the potentials and where you're putting your energy. Are you focusing your energy on the negative potentials or the negative possibilities that are going to continue that same life existence and working with the world and everything in the way in which you have? Or are you going to focus on the positive potentials? Are you going to do what your fairy godmother asked up here? And are you going to give her a vision of the love that you want, to give her a vision of the relationship you want, of how you want to be treated, of what you want that to look like, and more importantly, even a lot of times, is how you want that to feel. And so this potentials is about, what are you doing each time? Because this is, you know, that deeper spiritual soul evolution. So this is a soul lesson here, is what are you doing when that negative thought pops up? Are you following it? Are you spinning down the same spiral that you've always spun with it? Or are you replacing it with the solution, with the new thought, with the new idea of what you want? All right, girl. So let's get into, again, I need some water. Whew. I hope that this is getting there for you. I think I'm going, I don't know. Anyway. So let's move into kind of how this is playing out in your everyday life. So we have the Chariot or the Path showing up in reverse. We have the Nine of Stars or the Nine of Wands showing up in reverse. And we have the Strength card or the Force showing up in the upright. So the Chariot card is really about bringing all of those varied aspects of you together, all of those places where you're in disagreement. So what it feels like here is that there is a part of you that's being pulled in two directions. There's a part of you that wants to believe in the possibility of this amazing, happy future, and there's a part of you that is stuck in the doubts, in all of the ways that your past experiences tell you that this positive experience can't happen. And that is exhausting you, which is the Nine of Wands, where it's like you have persevered, but you are exhausted by this. You're exhausted by this, and you're ready to let it go. It's like it's time to let this go. And what that's going to take is that inner strength and fortitude of facing your demons. That's what the Strength card is about. It's about going in and having the inner fortitude to face your fears, to face your demons, and to have the strength to live into that positive thought, that positive idea, that ideal that you are looking to create. So what needs to shift so that we can really move into this new aspect? So we have the Six of Swords there, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Emperor. So the Six of Swords is about moving on, and so it's also about moving away from the drama. And this particular Ace of Swords, I like. Oh, I'm going to give us some light. I just realized now this may be. Whew. There we go. That's a little better. So the Six of Swords, generally, this will be a card where you will see that he also has like 6 swords with him as he's kind of trailing away in his boot. In this card, this is about moving on without the mental baggage. So a lot of times the Six of Swords will come up and you're taking the mental baggage with you, but it's about moving away from those old thought forms. It's about moving away from all of that mental baggage. And it's allowing yourself to feel the passion, to feel desire, to feel what it is that you want to create with someone, because that's what your fairy godmother is asking you to show her in this venture. You know, that's part of it. Yes, you're going to need to take some initiative. Yes, you're going to have to get out of the house and go places. But it starts with letting these past negative influences go and allowing your heart and your mind to be open to the possibility of something new. And part of what's going to help that occur is there are 2 things that go on when the authority or the emperor card comes up. One, this is going to be about examining, one, your own authority and how are you stepping into your own authority, which in the upright this card is about, and where are the places that you are deferring to the authority of others. This card also comes up as daddy issues. So that may be the other thing to look at there, is where are you still affected by some of the things that happened in childhood, and where is that coming into interplay with you being closed off, or you being kind of torn between wanting to create the positive reality but kind of being stuck mentally repeating the negative reality. So now we will get into, my dear, what shifts, the bigger shifts that can occur to help this happen. So the energetic shift that is here from you, it's going to be a root chakra shift. So it's going to be root chakra work. But this is moving away from the sense of failure, the sense of disappointment, the sense of being let down, into the space of renewal, into the space of renewed hope, of renewed belief that you can manifest what it is that you want to manifest. And it is about, moving past that sense of failure, that sense of disappointment, that sense of the places where things didn't work out the way they wanted to. And again, going back into that evolution card and seeing and understanding the lessons that are there and why those things worked out, so that you can use them as fuel for the renewal, where you can move beyond any of the senses of abandonment and understand how wherever that story is showing up, that it's showing up as a way so that you can understand what it is that you've learned there, so that you can use that information to create the new and better reality. So what is it that needs to be healed or done to create some healing here? And that is spending the day with God. A lot of times this card is really, there really is some sort of lesson. That's why I said what needs to be healed. But it's taking the time, and so this is also whatever it is that you consider divine. So for some people, this may be a day in nature. For you, whether it is what people would consider spending time with God, but wherever it is or however it is, that works for you. And then this card, I love these cards that come with extra stuff. So this is a day for you to spend with God, a day of prayer, a day of silence. Imagine that your entire world is a chapel. Every inch of your life is filled with grace and the presence of the divine. Your goal, to visualize yourself in the company of heaven every minute of every day. And so part of the reason I think this card is coming up is to start to really help you begin to feel joy again, and abundance and connection. So again, you can go back and give to your fairy godmother, the universe, God, however you want to look at it, that image, that feeling, that understanding of what it is that you would choose to create. So what is it that you need to let go of? And that is going to be your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. So, this may be coming up as, there's not a person out there for me. However that is coming up for you, wherever there is that scarcity, it's a place for you to rewrite that story. So what is the mindset shift that can occur here? And this goes again with, I really do feel like there's such an alignment between this 9 of Wands, 9 of Stars in reverse, and this renewal. And then we have in your mindset shift, exhaustion to feeling restored. And so it's like, whoop, this guy comes just, right there in the middle of these two. Of this moving from this exhaustion, this feeling like, it's not working, it's failing, to, again, taking all of those lessons with this evolution and creating that sense of renewal so that you can manifest what you want. And then the final message for you, and I told you you were going to come back to initiative. So it is initiative. Step right up. You're being awarded a boost of initiative. This potent potion will give you the gusto you need to move your life in a previously unexplored direction. If you're in a relationship, then it's time to take initiative and make some interesting plans for you and your partner. If you're not in one, it's time to reach out to old friends, go on adventures, and potentially meet some new cohorts. Either way, this great journey is beginning with one small step, or one short text, or whatever. I'm not the boss of you. So again, however it is that you're feeling comfortable, that you're feeling guided to take that initiative, whether it be journeying inward and looking at some of the inner things that need to be, that have come up here to be worked out, or whether it is venturing outward and meeting new people and that sort of thing. Again, and also the initiative of kind of venturing into a new vision as well. I kind of consider that inner work, but it came up to be said anyway. So that is it, my dear. Please let me know how this resonates. I usually ask for people to give me a thumbs up either on the video or on the message that I send you. And then, what was I going to say? And then, yeah, any additional feedback that you are open to sharing, I would sincerely appreciate. So, bye. Bye. I will see you soon. Mwah. I love you, girl.